It's Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me. So I know you already know, and I don't want to sound like I'm being joyful for Joyless Reid being fired from her what was it called, the Reid Show or whatever, and apparently let go by MSNBC as well in terms of their platform. I'm not going to say that I'm rejoicing over Joyless Reid's firing, but I am rejoicing. I'm sorry. No, I shouldn't do that. I said that. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I am happy. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy that she's gone. I know somebody looking at it said, that, Mr. Bolin, you are a Christian. You are a Christian. Why would you be happy for someone losing their job? I'll tell you why. Number one, I didn't pray, God, make Joyless Reid lose her job. I didn't pray and ask God to make her lose her job. So that's number one. Number two, the Bible says in the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, that God asks the question for those who ignore and reject knowledge and understanding. How long will you simpletons, you simple-minded, ignore knowledge? He says, how long will you ignore understanding? He says, I will mock you and laugh at you and laugh at your calamity. In other words, if a person continuously rejects knowledge and understanding, God will symbolically, metaphorically laugh at their calamity. In other words, he will laugh symbolically and metaphorically at the results of their willful ignorance. In this case, I'm rejoicing over the Joyless Reid being fired from her show. Why? Because she chose to ignore knowledge and understanding to an extent that it ended up getting her kicked off of her show because of low ratings. Let's keep it 100. Let's stop playing rank games. It is what it is. But here's the deal. Sooner or later, the left is going to come to a rescue, and they're going to start saying this is racist. The reason why she got fired is because of racism. Let's get into some of this article that I'm about to read to you guys, and then we're going to talk about whether or not it was racist or not, okay? One time MSNBC primetime host Keith Olbermann said that his former network's reported firing of Joy Reid and cancellation of Alex Wagner's nightly show was, quote, racist, noting that only 4 women of color were solo-hosted programs for the liberal cable news network, and all of them have been kicked to the curb, which I find to be extremely interesting, right? Because MSNBC is a far left cable news source, right? And they're all about social justice and equality and all this kind of stuff. Every time you turn around, you see some black face somewhere, right? Okay, so if it's racist, then who wait a minute, let me just say, if it's racist, and MSNBC is a far left-leaning news source who's supposed to be all about equality and social justice for people of color, then that means that the people initiating the racism ain't Elon Musk, ain't the MAGA crowd, ain't Trump. It's you clowns inside the organization. Gee, you can't blame this on Trump. You can't blame it on him because they're the ones that fired him. The people inside MSNBC, boo-boo, the one fired her. Let's go on, man. They contradict themselves. They put their feet, their toes, their ankles, their rectum, their everything in their mouth, and they swallow it. Every single time because they don't think. They're too busy, full of rage and hate and anger towards everybody. They don't sit and calm down and say, you know what? Think about the dumb stuff you say and the dumb things you do. And you might see, hey, wait a minute, this is the wrong route to be going. Anyway, let's read on. Over the weekend, it was reported that Reid, who had been with MSNBC for over a decade, was not only losing her weeknight broadcast amid a programming shakeup that was also out of the shakeup, but that she was also out at the network. I mean, you out of MSNBC as well. You didn't just lose your show, you're gone, you're out, according to this article. The abrupt cancellation of Reid's show has left staffers, quote, shaken and frustrated, especially as the program's production staff is also being terminated, though they are encouraged to apply for new jobs at the network. It is a nut work, actually, full of nuts, you know. Um, Once again, who's doing the firing? The top people, right, at the organization. Could you accuse them of being racist when they're all about equality and social justice? I'm just saying, you can't blame this on conservatives. They can't blame this, but people going to do it anyway. They're going to do it. They're going to do it anyway. They're going to blame it on Trump somehow, some way. But let's read on. Let's see. While Reid is reported to be leaving the network after her show wraps up this week, Wagner will stay with MSNBC as a correspondent, with Maddow moving back to just Monday nights in April. Cutler is looking, she needs to be gone too, Maddow, looking to expand Jen Psaki's role with the network. The former White House press secretary currently hosts on Sunday afternoons and Monday evening, but it is now likely to replace Wagner in the coveted 9 p.m. slot. Says MSNBC fired Joy Reid, and yes, it is racist and maybe worse. These people don't think about what they're saying. They don't think about it. Yes, it is designed to keep out people who might think differently, Olbermann declared, and it is designed to reward professional political salespeople like ex-party chairmen and former press secretaries who will do what they are told by their bosses. So Joy Reid wasn't doing what she was told? And let's assume that she wasn't doing what she was told. It might have been a good idea to do what you told, to do what they tell you at this juncture, assuming that your handlers weren't telling you what to say. You effed that one up. You effed that one up. I'm just gonna be real. She effed that one up. If she wasn't told to push this propaganda against Trump and against MAGA and some horrible, horrible things she's heard. I've said rather horrible things Joyless Reid has said. I am not sad about her situation at all. Let me read the rest of this and I'm going to get deeper into this. He added, but most of all, since they also fired Alex Wagner as they fired Joy Reid, at least the New York Times says this. It means that 4 women of color have solo hosted prominent shows on MSNBC and all 4 of them have now been fired. Ha ha, that's it in the article right there. The question inevitably is, my fine friend, propaganda pushing friend, is the question inevitably is, why were they fired? This is a liberal, ultra left, ultra woke news cable source, probably filled with Marxists. Once again, they're all about social justice and equality, right? The question inevitably is, why would they fire these 4 black people or people of color? They looked at the numbers and looked at the ratings and saw how dismal the ratings were and said, wait a minute, man, this is we can't keep sustaining this. This is unsustainable. We can't keep sustaining this. We're gonna have to cancel people. We're not making the money we're supposed to be making. We're not getting any views. And you want to know why the viewership began to go down? It's because of the poison that Joy Reid, and I hate to say Joy Reid, really, because he's not Joy. But the propaganda that she was pushing and these other hosts that was pushing all this systemic racism and white supremacy and all of this kind of nonsense, people are not falling for it. And it is said that shows like MSNBC, CNN, and other leftist news sources are predominantly watched by liberals, which makes sense. Democrats and liberals make. But if it's predominantly watched by liberals and Democrats, and all of a sudden the numbers go down, see, people don't think. Let me say this again. If MSNBC, I'm just going to seclude it to MSNBC, statistically it's predominantly watched by liberals and Democrats, okay? That's a bigger audience. And the numbers are going down, they're declining, okay? Why is it declining? Are the liberals becoming conservatives? Is that it? Or is it something else? I'm pretty sure it isn't well, we don't want to watch these black people on there. Bull crap. I don't think that's what it is. And if that's true, if that's true that the numbers are going down, the so-called liberals that predominantly watch MSNBC are truly racist and don't want to see black people on the show talking, then what does that show you, huh? If that's the case, I'm just painting a picture. But me painting this picture, I'm pretty sure some liberal person will get a hold of it and say, oh, that's what it was. You know. But if that's the case, then doesn't that show where the real racism really is? It's prominent in the left, not the right. I'm just saying, okay? No. Here's the deal. The numbers go down and MSNBC is predominantly watched by liberals. The answer to that, in my opinion, is simply that they realize that they've been lied to by MSNBC, by Reid, by CNN, anybody else. They've been lied to. Either that or they feel disillusioned by the fact that Kamala Harris lost and Trump won royally, with the king crown on, bro. Okay, he won royally. It wasn't a white supremacist takeover. That's bull crap. That's a lie. Stop it. Just get with the program. Get with the program. It is what it is. Americans got tired of the bull crap. They got tired of the lies. They got tired of open borders. They got tired of this transgender nonsense being pushed on our kids and everywhere you go, and they're getting protective rights, and they got tired of this you ain't speaking my right pronoun and all this other foolishness. They got tired of this DEI bull crap. They're tired of the bull crap. They're tired of the communist bull crap. That's what Americans are saying, and that's why the man got in office. Stop with the foolery. Stop with the foolery. And as for Reid, and let me say this. I know my friend watching this, she think I'm mean for this. Until you watch some clips of If You Can Stand To, of Reid talking, and the things that she said that it was so divisive and so hateful towards white people. It's unbelievable. Stone cold racist. In your face racist. I'm not talking about, man, is she racist? And I don't know if she's truly racist. Listening to Reid, you have to be as dumb as 800 boxes of rocks to not realize that this woman was spitting racist rhetoric towards millions of Americans. Yeah, I mean, you would have to be stone cold racist in the news store, just spitting out this all this. That person had been white. Oh my God. There would have been all of a sudden a black KKK would have came out of nowhere. I mean, literally wearing hoods and everything, trying to go around and attacking white people. That it would have been the end of the world. America would have burned down if that had been the case. But let this black liberal get on there and talk all kinds of hate towards white people, and white people just taking it in. You know, white talk show hosts taking it in when they know deep in their heart that this is sick and disgusting. Come on, man. No, the ratings went down. That's why she's taken off the air. That's why those other four whatever were taken off the air. It has nothing to do with racism. But if it is racist, if it was racism, right? Okay, then who's doing the racist stuff? The people in your organization. Not Trump, not Elon Musk, not the MAGA crowd. You can't blame it on them if any racism was pushed towards Reid. Can't blame it on them. Blame it on the racist people in your organization. That's what you need to do. Oh, because they are racist, by the way. They say they're not, but they truly are. Liberals are truly the ones that are racist. They're the ones think that because racism in essence is the belief that your group of people or your race is superior to others and others are inferior to you. Isn't that how these far left liberals think? That their viewpoints and their ways are superior to everyone else's? They say they're all for free speech and for equality, but they're not for free speech and equality. If they're only for free speech and equality when other people agree with their agenda and their propaganda and their worldview. But the minute you reject what they believe in, then you are Hitler, you Nazis, you racist, you this, you that. All the name calling comes in. Classic communist propaganda. Classic communist propaganda. But the communists are getting kicked out because no one wants to deal with these hateful, hate-spewing, nasty-mouthed communists on freaking mainstream TV. People are sick of it. Buy Joyless Reid. And let me say this, and I'm going to end it. I'm pretty sure some of you guys have seen the video where she crying when she got fired, crying. My show had so much value. Your show didn't have no value, woman. Stop it. Yeah, hold on. I gotta take a swig there. No, her show didn't have any value. How can you be so brainwashed, Joyless Reid, that you think your show had value? Let me say this. Also, it was reported that she gets an annual income of, I think, an annual profit of $3 million. I thought it was more than that, actually. That could have been after they did the cut. Because I think she was getting more than that. But that woman, she ain't worth $3 million. Why would you pay her that amount of money to spit all this rhetoric and lie? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. But then again, I guess it kind of makes sense, right? If you want people, if you know that what you're spitting is divisive and designed to keep people against each other and hating on each other and divided so you can bring about your punk Marxist communist revolution, then of course you're going to pay them tons of money because money talks. But now that you see she's been outed, we starting to find out, yeah, money does talk, but it talks the other way too. When people say, I'm not going to watch you anymore, and the very people that saying I'm not going to watch you anymore is more than likely the tons of liberals and Democrats that was watching MSNBC to begin with. I'm just saying. What you say now? What you gonna say now? You know, hey, it is what it is. But that's my comment on that. It wasn't racist. This person talking nonsense, but I expected them to say she got fired because she black. I expected that. I wonder how long that foolishness is gonna go along. I wonder how long it's gonna go. I wonder how long the narrative of Joyless Reid being fired because she's black and it's all racist is going to go. I wonder how long. Let's see. Let us see. But that's my words on that foolishness. What do you guys think about this? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.